It's been a few weeks since we've done a chapel lesson for virtual chapel. So this one kind of covers second and third Advent, and we're talking about John the Baptist. So before Jesus began to tell people about God, his friend John was doing that. Some people called him John the Baptizer. That's because John would take people to the Jordan River, and there he would hold them under the water for just a second when he said a prayer to God. And that's called baptism. Now, we don't always do it the same way now. Sometimes we sprinkle just a little bit of water over their head, or sometimes we might pour a little water, but some places still immersion baptize, which means under the water, all of you. And I don't think there's a right or a wrong way to do it. Sometimes John sounded a little bit angry, even cranky. Sometimes he yelled at the people who came to be baptized. Sometimes even the best of us, even God's best messenger, can be a little harsh. And I think that was probably John. He so wanted people to know what God wanted them to know that he got a little overzealous sometimes, which just means that he got a little overenthusiastic. He was just too excited. Who told you to come here to the Jordan River? If you were doing bad things, if you were not living God's way, then God already knows about it. The people felt afraid. What should we do? They said. Learn to share, said John. If you have 2 coats, share with the person who doesn't even have one. If you have food, don't keep it all to yourself. Share it with someone who's hungry. A soldier came up to John and said, What should I do? Don't make people give you money just because you are a soldier and you have a sharp sword. It can hurt people. Be kind to people instead. John went about the Jordan River every day. And every day he told people about God's love and about God's chosen one who would come next. Some of the people in the crowd wondered if John was the Messiah. Are you the chosen one? They asked. No, said John, I am not the chosen one. I've been baptizing you in the water of the Jordan River, but God's chosen one, God's Messiah, will baptize you with the Spirit. And when that happens, you will feel almost like fire is burning inside of you, but the fire won't hurt you. You will feel clean and good and strong inside. When someone said, I really want to be a different kind of person, I really want to live God's way, John would smile. Come, he said, let me baptize you. Let me hold you in the water for just a minute and say a little prayer to God, and the water will make you clean on the outside, but God's love will make you clean on the inside. So John came before Jesus and he baptized Jesus, and he did all these great things to be the messenger beforehand. So then Jesus came and he gave us the message that we should be kind to each other. We should share what we have, which is kind of what John was saying. But Jesus was, of course, God's son. So this is Advent, and we're all waiting, and we're hoping. And you know what we're waiting and we're hoping for? We're just waiting and hoping for Jesus to be born. Jesus doesn't start his ministry until way later in his life. He was about my age. He was in his 30s, early 30s when he started his ministry. But all that had to start with him being born here on earth. So I hope that you guys enjoy this message. I hope you think about that this week. I hope you think about what you can be doing to share God's love and God's message with other people. And I hope you get excited because in about a week and a half, our children's nativity pageant for this year should be all recorded and ready to go. We're still working on that, but I hope you guys are excited about it because I'm pretty excited. I think it's going to be wonderful. Hope you have a great week and a wonderful holiday season.